Hey everyone, welcome back to Linguistics. Today I am going to give you 5 reasons why you should learn a second language. I've been learning foreign languages for a number of years now. I started seriously learning when I was about 16 years old, and before that I took a couple French courses in junior high, and before that, nothing. So I can clearly remember what it feels like to not have a second language, and now that I've been learning for a number of years, I can say that the reasons I'm going to give you are completely valid and important. So I'm just going to get right into it. Reason number one is that it helps to expand your mind. It makes you smarter, essentially. Research indicates that learning a second language can help your working memory, and down the line, it can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. And I mean, who doesn't want that? So, I mean, that's reason enough in itself. Um, Reason number two is that it helps to expand your personality. I think this one's really, really important. Um, I think it makes you a better person. Once you start learning a second language, at some point you'll realize that language and culture are intrinsically linked. You can't get away from it. So, um, within language, the expressions, the idioms, the way things are said, you're going to realize that the culture and the language just kind of like mesh like this. And you'll start understanding why people say the things they say, why they act the way they act, why they do the things they do, why they listen to the music they listen to, things like that. It doesn't mean you always have to agree with them, but you will understand them. For example, I mean, I'm learning Spanish and I'm married to a Mexican, and I still am not a huge fan of mariachi. I mean, when I'm in Mexico, it's kind of fun to listen to, but on a regular basis, not my cup of tea. Um, so at the end of it, I think when you're meeting new people and you've been learning their language, you're going to understand them better and you're not going to judge them like you used to. So it kind of just expands the person you are. You just become more of a global person and a better person. You're less judgy, you're more understanding, and that's reason number two. Reason number three is that traveling becomes easier. So it is so much better to go to a country and to be able to read the signs and to be able to ask for help if you need help, to direct somebody to order the things you want to order. It can be very frustrating, can be, not always, but it can be very frustrating if you go to another country and you expect everyone you speak to speak English back to you. It is not fair for them because they are in their own country, in in a place where everyone is speaking a certain language, and you're expecting them to go out of their comfort zone when they didn't choose to travel and you did, you know? I mean, it's just kind of a courtesy thing that if you're going to a country, at least learn a few words, especially if you know that you're going to be going off of, what do you call those things? Uh, if you're a tourist and you go to like on a destination trip, when I completely forget what these places are called. I never go to them. The big fancy hotels and stuff. Anyways, if you're gonna go walking down some street somewhere, just make sure that you know a few words out of respect and out of for them and for yourself. It's just gonna be much, much easier. Um, Reason number four, your job marketability goes up. So in Canada, we have two official languages, English and French. But that doesn't mean that everyone speaks English, and that doesn't mean that everyone speaks French. Now, where I live, I do not have to learn French, which I think is kind of stupid, actually. And there are places in Canada where they don't necessarily have to learn English, or they're not exposed to enough English to learn it, even if they want to learn. Um, so it's just there are certain jobs, especially in customer service, where they need you to learn or to know two languages. And so, I mean, if you only know one, you've just decreased your chances for getting a job, especially in government. You have kind of like ixnayed a ton of jobs in government. Um, I know that when I started learning German, I think in my first few years, I got offered a job by Apple in Ireland. And now, I mean, I didn't accept the job and I wasn't necessarily going to, but it was an opportunity that I could have had. and it was because I had knowledge of German. So there's that. And then number five, which is, I think, the best reason, or one of the best reasons, is that it's just fun knowing stuff. So you can enjoy the world much more if you have a knowledge of language, especially if you're a native English speaker. For instance, the phrase "she went off on a spiel about something," that word spiel, I mean, we use in English to mean a long-winded rant or something like that. Um, but really, the word Spiel in German means something completely different, and it's probably where we got the word. Um, so it's kind of fun knowing that, and it's kind of fun being able to speak in my husband and say, like, I don't know, we throw languages around like it's candy. Um, I remember once I asked him if he wanted to eat, and I said, "Kieres mogel." Now, mogul is eat in Korean, and it's probably not conjugated correctly, but quieres, of course, you want to. And I put them together, and because he has been with me so long, it just sounded natural. And somebody, if they are a Spanish speaker, would have stared at me and gone, huh? But for us, it just made sense, I guess. It's just really fun to play around with language. You get a better appreciation for films and music in other countries. You just will, you'll enjoy more things in the world more. And that's probably the one thing that I love about languages is that I get more out of life. So those are the five reasons. You'll expand your mind, you'll expand your personality, traveling becomes easier, you increase your job marketability, and you can enjoy the world more. So I guess we'll see you next time on Linguistics. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.